Y'all, did you know you can get 5 years in prison in Brazil just for being racist? I didn't know. I just learned that today. I saw this story on my timeline and I decided to go down the rabbit hole. So this is Agustina Paez, and she is an Argentine lawyer. See, what happened, she was arguing with some employees about a bill and decided to do this. Then this happened. And now she sounds like this.
Agustina Páez es acusada de injuria racial en Brasil. En este momento recibo la notificación que hay una orden de prisión preventiva para mí por peligro de fuga, siendo que tengo una tobillera electrónica puesta y que estoy a disposición de la justicia desde el día 1. Se están vulnerando todos mis derechos. Estoy desesperada, estoy muerta de miedo y hago este video para que se haga eco de la situación.
She has been released, but she has to wear an ankle monitor, and she must now wait for the Brazilian judiciary to set a date for her trial. She could be sentenced up to 5 years in jail if found guilty. Oh, was it worth it? Was it worth it? The case is at the center of a growing legal conversation that is making headlines in Argentina and Brazil. With some argue that jail time is too harsh a punishment for a racist offense, others have pointed out that it's the responsibility of Argentinian citizens abroad to know the law. In this case, Brazil's strict anti-racism legislation. The incident took place on January 14th, according to the complaint filed by the employees. She also used derogatory language, as well as the gestures that we just saw in the previous video. Under the Brazilian law, racism and racial insults are treated as serious criminal offenses. See, she's from Argentina, and the people in Argentina, boy, they could be motherfucking racist as hell. And they received no punishment. And then she decided to take her funky ass all the way to Brazil thinking she could do the same shit. Oops. Oops. Oh my God. Was calling the employees monkeys worth it? I don't think so. And she's a lawyer too. Fucking that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But I didn't know. I didn't know you can go to jail for 5 years in Brazil for that. Learn something new each day. Now imagine if they did that in this country. All them jail cells would be full. It's wild.
Hello everyone, I'm Nobu and welcome back to the channel. An Argentina woman is facing serious consequences in Brazil after making racist remark. What she may have thought was just words quickly became a criminal issue. In Brazil, racism is not tolerable, it's a crime. The country has strict rules to protect people from discrimination, especially Black Brazilians who have faced centuries of inequality. This is about accountability. Racism isn't free speech when it harms community. Brazil is sending a clear message. Hate has consequences.
Legal to be racist in Brazil. So this is Agustina Perez. Agustina got into a confrontation with an employee at a restaurant, and guess what? Agustina decided to make monkey noises. Ooh, 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 and they got her ass. Agustina is from Argentina. I knew they wasn't playing with that girl because they slapped the ankle monitor on her and locked her down. She's not going anywhere, and now she is facing 5 years. And now she's on television trying to plead for amnesty. She's trying to plead to let her go home. Baby, can't nobody help you now. Because everywhere she goes now, they are doxing every single one of her locations and chasing her around the island. She says she can't believe the reaction to this because in Argentina, the country is built off of being racist. Literally, they genocided their entire black population, so being a racist is a normal thing in Argentina. Big shout out to Brazil. Much love to Brazil. Good job. I hope America starts to follow your trend.
Did y'all know that racism was a crime in Brazil? Like a serious crime, like you might get up to 5 years in prison? Baby, what Miss Stafford say? I'm on the way there. baby, send me to Brazil, okay? Now, I don't normally talk about crimes in other countries and other stuff like that because it'd be a lot. We already have enough going on here. But this piqued my interest, so I had to bring it to you. Agostina Paez, I think that's how you say her name. If it's wrong, please forgive me. She was in Brazil on vacation. Now, she is from Argentina, but she was in Brazil, and she was in Brazil on January the 14th. Now, okay, she was at a restaurant, and there was a dispute with the bill. Instead of just having them fix the bill and then going about her merry way, when she let them know about the dispute about the bill, they said that she made some racist remarks like calling people monkeys, monkey sounds, things of that sort. She made them feel very uncomfortable, and it was very obvious to them that it was racism, okay? It was to them. It was very obvious. So, them being of Brazil, they knew that, ma'am, that's a crime. So they called the police and let the police know, and the police come. Now, under normal circumstances in Brazil, they don't give you no bond, and you got to wait until they make a decision on if you're guilty or not guilty, and then the punishment for the crime is up to 5 years in prison for racism because they have a zero tolerance policy, okay? Again, I'm on the way there. A zero tolerance policy. Her attorney did a habeas corpus, and they let her out on an ankle monitor, and they was going to let her wait until trial. Again, that's not normal, but the attorney that she, she got a good legal team, and she's an attorney herself, I do believe. But her attorney was doing some attorneying, okay? And we know how I love to see an attorney, honey. And they had got her out, but they decided to reverse that on Thursday. So they didn't put her back in and said, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. It has caused a complete ruckus in Brazil and in Argentina because people in Brazil is like, you need to know the law of the land when you in the land, okay? You need to know what's going down here in Brazil when you come to Brazil. And people in Argentina are like, but y'all got to know we don't do that over where we at. And I agree with them. Whatever the law of the land is, you need to know that law when you get to their doggone land. Okay, but yeah, she's facing up to 5 years in prison. When all she had to do was just say, fix my doggone bill. They fix it, and she going about her merry way. But instead of that, she decided to take below the bell, and they said, we know where hell is, and made that phone call to the authorities. But yeah, I might be on the way to Brazil. Somebody buy me a plane ticket so I can go see what they got going on. I like that. Zero time.
This video is for all my Black Americans fellows. Do you guys know that in Brazil, people don't play about racism? Do you know that Brazil has the largest Black population in South America? Did you know that being racist in Brazil is considered a crime and that you can actually go to jail for it? Exactly. That's how it should be everywhere. Everywhere. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Brazil does not play about racism. I'm just seeing this story about Agostina Paez, a woman from Argentina. She went to Brazil and she's on vacation in Brazil. She had a dispute over a food bill, right? And so she started making monkey gestures and racial slurs to the employees. They reported her. And guess what? She could face 5 years in a Brazilian prison. Baby, I learn something new every day. I learned so I was like, wow. Baby, they don't play over there. Go over there trying to be funny, trying to be racist over there in Brazil. See what's gonna happen to you. Say something slick to somebody. And this lady was filmed doing like a monkey gesture. You know what I mean? You have to see it. But baby, I know I'm late, but baby, I'm still getting the information. Brazil does not play about racism. I'm just seeing this story about Agostina Paez, a woman from Argentina. She went to Brazil and she's on vacation in Brazil. She had a dispute over a food bill, right? And so she started making monkey gestures and racial slurs to the employees. They reported her. And guess what? She could face 5 years in a Brazilian prison. Baby, I learn something new every day. I learned so I was like, wow. Baby, They don't play over there. Go over there trying to be funny, trying to be racist over there in Brazil. See what's gonna happen to you. Say something slick to somebody. And this lady was filmed doing like a monkey gesture. You know what I mean? You have to see it. But baby, I know I'm late, but baby, I'm still getting the information. Brazil does not play about racism. I'm just seeing this story about Augustina.
Brazil is viral right now, finally, because it's a wonderful place. Very popular because of Carnival. But before you visit, you really should know this. It is a crime to be racist there. It's also a crime to be homophobic and transphobic. It's very much not freedom of speech. They don't play about this there. It's jail, no bail. They're also passing a law against feminicide, meaning that if a man kills a woman, he spends life in prison, no parole. No getting out early, no good behavior, no making deals. That's not a thing, non-negotiable, life in prison. I love that for them. The other thing is last week, they also passed some pretty strict laws against animal abuse. And I love it for them because, I mean, the place is fun, the good food, the people are wonderful, and the laws actually work. Look at that. You don't get to use your freedom of speech to just be an asshole. I think some countries should write it down. And anytime I tell people about this, people are always so shocked. Like, how dare they? Like, what about my freedom of speech? You don't get freedom of speech here either, babes. You don't get it. You don't have it. Like, do you see the president going after people for saying they don't like him?
I was today years old when I learned that it is illegal to be racist in Brazil. Like this woman right here, she's Argentinian and she went to Brazil and basically started making monkey noises at the restaurant staff and they reported her and now she's looking at up to 5 years in prison. I bet she thought shit was sweet. Shit was just so funny. She was sitting there making the monkey noises. Then she walked away like everything was fine. They revoked her passport and gave her an ankle monitor.
Recently popped up in the media about this case of this tourist. She was racist in Brazil. I see some sources that she suffered harassment. If it's true and if it's happening, the correct situation is call the police, make a registration. You do not pay a crime with another crime, and racism in Brazil is crime. And she died in a favela, and have some favela, they are dangerous, and she don't know who she's dealing with. If it was someone that have some power and have this power, she has had the chance to lose her life. So do not commit racism in Brazil. It's a question of humanity. It's a question of values. You are a correct person. And beyond that, depends when you commit this, you have the chance of lose your life if you're dealing with someone that is a not good person.